Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Diah Kumalasariㅣ, and now I would like to analyze the story with the title The Open Boat by Stephen Crane. This story is one of the material from courses Prose the Talk by Miss Indah Windra Agustiani S.Pd. M.Pd. and Miss Andrea Mela Elfarisha S.Pd. M.Pd. The points that will be analyzed are plot summary, the intrinsic element of prose, such as character, plot, conflict, setting, and theme. And the last is analyzing plot, such as orientation, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. Plot summary. As the story opens, we are introduced to four men, a captain, a cook, an oiler, and a correspondent, who find themselves in a lifeboat after their ship sinks off the coast of Florida. It's a small boat and the sea is rough. Soon, they spot the light of a lighthouse somewhere in the distance, so they know they are near land. Although they can eventually see the shore, the waves are so big that it is too dangerous to try to take the boat in the land. The wave will destroy the lifeboat and possibly crash hard on the men in the surf, maybe killing them. People on the shore see the lifeboat and try to signal to the men to come in, but the sea is just too rough. The four men in the boat hope that the people on the land will send a bigger boat out to rescue them, but that does not happen. Instead, the men are forced to take the boat further out to the sea, where the waves are not quite as big and dangerous. They spend a total of 2 nights in the lifeboat and take turns rowing and then resting. They are not sure if they will survive and they have exchanged addresses in case any of them should die. On the morning after their second night, the men are weak and no fishing boat has come to rescue them. The captain decides that they must try to take the lifeboat as close to shore as possible, and then be ready to swim when the surf inevitably turns the boat over and throws the men into the cold sea. As they closer to land, the waves get bigger and bigger. Just as they expect, a big wave comes and all the men are thrown to the sea. The lifeboat turns over and the four men must swim into shore. There are rescuers waiting on shore who help the men out of the water. Strangely, as the cook, captain, and correspondent reach the shore safely and are helped out of the water, they discover that somehow the oiler, the strongest man and best swimmer, has drowned after being smashed in the surf by a huge wave. As night comes, the men still hear the pounding of the wave on the shore, the voice of the sea. Now they understand the power of the sea and how easily it can claim even the strongest man's life. The intrinsic element of prose, character, the captain. He gives direction to the men in the boat. The captain's attitude is alternately despairing, calm, sarcastic, and hopeful. The cook, optimistic and somewhat feckless. The oiler, Billy, is the only man in the boat given a name. He is the strongest man in this story. The correspondent, he is the story's protagonist. Conflict. The main conflict of the open boat is man versus nature, which takes form in the man's own exhaustion and the threat of the ocean. Setting. Between January 2nd and 4th, 1897, off the eastern coast of Florida near Mosquito Inlet, now known as the Ponce de Leon Inlet. Theme: Man versus nature is the story's central theme, isolated from society. And then survival. A desire for survival undergirds the entire story. Plot analysis. Orientation. This story begins with an introduction of the character that's saved from shipwreck. Rising action. The rising action of the story is when four men are lost on the ocean in a tiny boat with crazy waves, and they are trying to reach land soon or be rescued. Climax. When the men decide to swim to shore. Falling action. When they reach the shore, they were no longer at battle with the horrific open sea. Resolution. Billy, the oiler, can survive because he is drowned after being smashed by a huge wave, but the other will survive. Moral message of this story are: first, we have to try our best to survive. Second, every problem has a solution. Third, we can change the fate. That is all about the analysis of the story, the open both. If I have a mistake, I apologize, and thank you for watching. The last I say, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
혼자 주저앉아 생각만 커져가 언제부터 넌 날 아프게 했던가 너조차도 모르잖아 너도 아프잖아 cause you're mine I just wanna blow your mind 이렇게